we're sitting on these stools here because we're going to do a story for you. Now, off of this side of the audience, give me the name of one of your relatives has a really weird name. Bertha. Okay, Bertha. Bertha. And give us the name of kind of a building that you work in. Municipal building? This is the story. This is a ghost story. This is a story of Bertha and the Haunted Municipal Building. And when I point at these guys, they're going to tell you the story one person at a time, and when I point to the next one, they have to pick up where the other person left off. It's really fun to play. And here we go with Bertha and the Haunted Municipal Building.
Billy and Jimmy broke the window on the basement window of the municipal building.
Suddenly, they both stopped in mid-sentence. For there in front of them was a giant woman almost 8 feet tall.
7.5 feet tall, to be exact. She was standing there with fire pouring from her eyes and
blood dripping from her ears. She was covered in seaweed and had a deck of cards.
It was Bertha, the file clerk who died there 25 years ago.
And there she was. It was said that she walked those halls with her deck of cards every night. And whom
came out of the deck of cards but the
Jack of Spades, who was a jolly fellow, or so it seemed. He made his way towards Jim and Billy,
and he said, "Hello, boys. Would you like a game of chance?"
Just then, something so miraculous happened that even as I talk about it, I still don't understand what it is.
One of the
kids came across an old file cabinet. He opened it up, and inside
was the Berthronomicon. It was a book that contained all the magic spells that would dispel Bertha's spirit and make her ectoplasm leave this
planet for good, if he could only decipher it.
And fortunately, he took a class in deciphering Berthronomicon.
Anywho, he looked in the back, and there in the index under B was Bertha, getting rid of.
So he started the chat. Luckily, he spoke Latin fluently.
Androponum, Incaponum, Berthroponum new, he cried. And Jimmy
couldn't believe his eyes as she quickly shrunk about 1.5 feet.
And then she was smaller.
Small, but still deadly. She started chasing them down the hallway.
She said in her little mouse voice, even though she was still 6 foot tall.
Somehow she got in front of them and put before them a giant requisition form. The boy's eyes
widened. She said, "Press hard. You're making 3 copies."
And then they had the final trump card. They turned to Bertha and said, "May I see your supervisor?"
Bertha started quaking and quivering, for her supervisor had been dead these long 25 years. Suddenly, the supervisor appeared. He was a giant purple protoplasmic
gigantor. Why have you woken me from my nap?
And where's my donut? Bertha ran off, disappearing forever.
And the moral of the story is this one. If you ever break into a municipal building and you're 10 years old and you
find yourself being surrounded by bureaucrats from beyond,
always ask for the supervisor.